Yo guys, welcome back to another video. And this is my first video back at home. It feels great to be back. The liveliness, like getting your mind right at home. It's a nice feeling. And if you couldn't tell by my hair, I'm fresh out of the box, bro. Fresh out of the shower. And there's no better way to celebrate being back home than talking about parents. Talking about fucking parents, and specifically the opinions that they give to their kids. I'll start with myself. As a youngin', I grew up with just a mom and stepdads in and out and other shit, but mostly it was just me and my mom, raw dog in the world, and trying to make ends meet, trying to make everything right. But having only one parent does a toll on you, especially if your parent is not good at parenting. My mom had me, she had me young, and maybe someone else shares similar things with their parents being young. It's good because they think they know what they're doing, but in all reality, it's hard, I see it in my own family, and it's kind of a struggle, but that's besides the point. We're going to move forth. And we're also going to say, this world is crazy, bro. This world is absolutely crazy. And just because you are born into a family and you are blood related does not mean that you need to ride or die for them, It does not mean that they have to be ride or die. Because sometimes they suck. Sometimes your family members suck. And maybe sometimes they don't do what you want them to do, or they don't say what they want them to say, and they don't encourage you like you want them to encourage you. But you have to expand your mind and become aware enough to actually realize that they're just as clueless as you, bro. Parents are just older kids, bro. They only know as much as the world is letting them know, as much as their experience is letting them experience. And I've learned that if you want shit done, you got to do it yourself. And obviously, you have to rely on your parents. They're going to teach you how to wipe your butt. They're going to teach you how to pee. They're going to teach you a little bit of socialization. They're going to teach you how to talk, maybe how to read. All that basic shit. But once you finally become aware and like have all your shit kind of like in the right places and like you're kind of like cognitively there, you don't have to be financially there, all that other shit, because you're just a kid, and like you don't know anything, even though you might think you want to grow up and become old and experience taxes and other shit that life has to offer. But youngness and youthfulness is great, and I would do anything to go back to 5th grade at a lunch table and just take it back from there. But unfortunately, we can't do that. And we just got to thug out life right here, right now. But let's say you have a parent that keeps let's say you guys might actually know a friend who's like this. Strict parents, bro. Like, I'm talking, they don't even let them touch grass, bro. Like, they can't even see the outside. They may have bars on their windows, Some parents get that strict. But what strict parents do is they create smarter people, smarter kids. Like, as you'll see the kids, they'll find ways to get out. They'll jump out the fucking window. They'll put something in their bed to make it look like they're there. They just become more smart. They become more aware of the schedule. They become aware of when they can invite people over. They just become smarter and more, but they start to build a subconscious resentment towards their parents, and not all the time, but sometimes your parents are just not, like, sometimes your parents are just not good for you, bro. Like, maybe you'll have a dad who really wants his son inside of sports, Get that motherfucker inside of football. I want him in football, basketball, not even all the works, bro. Just one sport. Maybe they just want him in one sport. I was in wrestling, but maybe they just want him in one sport, And then maybe the kid is going to come to realize that maybe I'm not this sport. Maybe I don't want this to be who I am, Maybe I don't want to be a football player, like, because the dad most likely is probably wanting everyone to carry out the legacy that he wanted to be as a star. Just because your parents are doctors or educators does not mean you have to follow suit and become an educator or a doctor, because they are. And they'll try to force it onto you, of course, because they don't know better, and like us, we don't know any better. Of course, we're humans. And they're going to try to force that on you subconsciously, and they're not going to know, because they're just going to think you're my blood and you should do what I was great at. You have my blood, they'll say, or some shit like that. But basically, you just got to be your own person, you know? You could take you could take your parents' advice, and sometimes they're really wiseful. Maybe sometimes your parents really want to see you succeed, really get out there, really do good things. And one thing to good parenting is you have to let your kid go out and fail. You have to just let them go out and take the consequences for themselves. If they want to go out and hang out with a bunch of, if they want to go out, do a bunch of drugs, and come back and waste it, and you have to call me to come pick you up from your horrible situation, you're going to have to learn, man. You know, you're going to have to learn for yourself. You're going to have to learn that these things are bad, and you're going to have to learn for yourself, because the parent can only do so much. And actually, I would say the parent not encouraging it is going to make the kid want to do it that much more, you know? And that's just the way the human mind works. Like, for some odd reason, when you don't want to touch the red button, you really want to touch the red button when it says don't touch the red button, you know? But sometimes parents can be also gyms, you know? Sometimes you could find a really good fucking parent. And I have a parent who's like that in my family, who's striving to be, and in my eyes, one of the best parents that I've seen. And slip-ups happen, you know? Slip-ups definitely happen. Like, environment is a big thing that cannot even take parenting anywhere, bro. Like, your friends, like, he was talking about something, and we were like, where'd you learn that from? From his friends at school. And there's just nothing we could do about that, you know? There's just nothing we could do about that. It's just gonna happen. It's a way of life. It's just gonna happen. He's gonna learn. The internet exists. Stuff is gonna get out there. And honestly, if you're that one kid that your parent is making you do something, maybe you're in med school and your parents really want you to become this nurse, but you're just like, nah, man, this is not for me. Like, my head is like, you're stressed out. But what you got to do is, this is really fucking hard. You got to go against all odds, and you got to look like a clown, and you have to be the clown, bro. You have to step outside with your fucking clown shoes and stop going to that med school and do what you want to do, bro. Do what you want to do. Do what you find purposeful in this fucked up world, man. Do what you do, and do it good, and learn it good. Because if there's one thing you'll learn, parents will even tell you this, you could learn literally anything you want, bro. Anything you want to do, you could do it. It's gonna take some fucking time, but you could do it. You want to learn how to juggle? Juggle for 3 years, bro. You'll be good at juggling, bro. People just don't want to do that. People want to go to the gym for a week and be fucking jacked. Like, people don't realize that it takes time, bro. It takes months. It takes years. It takes a lot of build. It takes a lot of eating. You know, it takes a lot of building up. But we cannot let our parents control us. Like, our actions, the way we think. If they're controlling every aspect of your life, bro, it's gonna be a really tough pill to swallow, but you really got to do something, man. Like, you got to either talk to them or, like, just do you, and then just deal with the consequences. Like, if you want to go out and your friend and they're keeping you in, you got to talk. You be like, yo, I'm old enough. I need to be able to do this stuff. I've seen a time where parents restrict their kids from getting licenses. I don't know if anyone could relate to that, but I've definitely seen my fair share of those. And I would say it just fucked, you know, because it just fucked up. Just because you don't want your kid to be able to drive and have the ability to go wherever they please. Like, it's a scary thing, of course, but you have to be able to trust that you raised your kid well enough that they're going to follow suit and do what you think that you raised them to do. You know, it's all up to you. It's all up to the parent. But also, we're also going to come to realize that parenting is not going to take you too far. As you guys know, there's a nature versus nurture debate. And honestly, the only correct answer is fucking both. If you guys know what nature and nurture means, I don't know if I want to get too deep into it, but nature is obviously like things taking nature's course, and then nurture is kind of like environment and like other things that take aspects, like my friends telling me stuff, and that will change my ability instead of naturally progressing on through life and then changing my things as I naturally progress. But I said not mean to do that. I really hope that wasn't bad. But fuck, bro, that power outage, that fucking 20% battery literally killed my entire shit. Killed my entire fucking flow. But if you can take one thing from this video, don't let your parents control your entire life, but also love your parents, okay? Because they're going to get old. Let them drop you off at the movies, and don't be embarrassed to show them off. Let your dad say goofy shit. Let him do goofy shit, okay? Because I really wish that I had that, you guys know. But just cherish your moments, cherish your parents, cherish your friends, cherish every moment of life. You are alive, you are breathing. You're good, man. You're fucking good. Let's get out there and put work into things that actually matter, And just don't let people in general, like people, they just have a label as a parent, but everybody in reality without labels are just people in this world. And honestly, I've come to a realization that it's actually better to view people without any label at all. Just, do you like them as a person, individual being, and then take it from there. Not regardless to their label or anything, because sometimes people get caught up with their girlfriends, and just because it's their girlfriend, they start losing their self-respects, their self-values, and shit like that, and it kind of just gets fucked. But be you, strive, put in good work, and I know I'm about to see you on the TV one day, man. But anyway, stay positive, y'all, and the one chip challenge fucked me up. Stay positive, guys.